Okay.
It does, but not necessarily into the level, but it has a digital angle finder incorporated. So it's an inclinometer and then can do flat.
Inclinometer, is it what you call that?
It's called an inclinometer.
Inclinometer.
I actually never knew how to pronounce that.
I don't think it's right. I butcher words.
Yeah.
So there's for those of you on Facebook Live now, there's Andy and from Bosch Tools, and there's Stephanie, and of course everybody knows Ben back in the corner. There we go. Okay, so here and here's what she was talking about for those of you on Facebook Live, if you're watching there. My GLM 80 measuring device is on the right there. See, and that's what she's laughing. She snickered at that when I brought that out. And of course, now she's showing you off the new one. What's the new one there next to it?
That's the GLM 50C.
A 50C.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the 50C is definitely like a flagship for us. It's got Bluetooth. It connects to a new app that we just launched like about a week ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
It connects to an app. It has the colored screen, large numbers. So when I was mentioning before the voice of customer, we made these changes based on what users were complaining about or saying were issues with the other ones with the small screen. Well, the frustration points that users were having, the smaller numbers, not easy to read in the dark, so we're making those changes with the larger screen, color, rotatable screen, large numbers, based on what users have said.
And is that because most of your clients are just old? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I heard you say?
Not at all. It's more the environment. If you think about a construction site, it's not... You're measuring in, poor lit situations or above your head or in cabinets and stuff like that where you're going to need that bigger screen. So it has nothing to do with age or eyesight. It's more the condition.
Nice save.
Hey, you were putting contacts. You're putting words into my mouth.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. Yes. Okay, so there we go. So that's top of the line. And so did you bring a couple more?
Yeah, just our other Blaze models where, again, it's going to be that compact size.
Talking to the mic.
Oh, sorry. The compact size, but just it's going to be basic measurements. You can do area, volume, indirect, but it's not going to have that colored screen. It's just going to have a backlit display.
Oh, it's like mine.
Yes.
It's the same screen as what's on mine.
Yes.
My old one.
Right. Not the fancy schmancy one.
No.
Okay.
And Stephanie, so you're giving me one of these today, and I'm really excited to take one of these puppies home, actually. But, what applications do I use a laser measure for different than a regular tape measure? That's what I'm curious about.
So
Andy's taking over the interview. Go.
Well, I am curious, because I honestly, so Stephanie's the laser pro, and I'm just the sucker on the side. Yeah. And I don't have one. And now I'm taking one home, and I'm like, what do I use it for?
So, it can go from anything from measuring. So think about a tape measure. Outside, it might be 35 feet, but outside the width of your arm span, you really can't measure alone because you need somebody to hold the other end, keep it taut.
You take the tape measure and keep sticking it out there until it goes.
Yeah, which is about 10 feet.
Yeah.
So, again, if you're measuring outside of arm span, this is going to help you measure alone. So you measuring off rooms, if you're estimating for paint, carpet, if you're needing more advanced technology or doing the math so you don't have any calculation problems or, errors in transferring, these do square footage, like I said, and volume and indirect, so it kind of does the math for you. It takes out that complication.
So there used to be older versions that we would buy, and I think where it was like Sonic or something that they worked on. And they were awful.
Yes. Yeah, more like 10 feet. So that technology was using, and that's actually one thing that we're trying to overcome with the laser measures, is that technology used a laser for guidance. So people are confusing that, which used, was really an estimation tool with what is currently out there, that the technology is 1/16 of an inch accuracy. So you're not going to have the 6 inches or several feet off with that.
Can you actually use that to like measure for if you're putting up moldings and stuff and use it and installing trim? Can you use it for that?
Yeah.
So if you had a longer run where you can't, you're measuring crown molding and you're up on the ceiling, you want to measure across and it's 14 feet, 3 inches.
Yeah, so you're not struggling anymore off a ladder trying to get that stand out to the max point, or having, even if you think about a tape measure going over that 10 feet, it starts curving, so your accuracy is actually going down. You're going to be a little, unless you can get your tape measure perfectly straight, you're actually adding up to potential inches to that measurement.
Good point. I actually never even thought
about
that.
Yeah. That's where that's what we call, that's where the Hodak comes in.
Hodak?
Yeah, you give it to them and go Hodak.
See. Never heard of that.
The ultimate dad joke right there. Thank you. No.
Hey, that's what Rich and I are full of, that stuff, right, Rich?
Beautiful.
Excellent. Okay, and we got about a minute left here. Maybe what we'll do then after the break, we're with Stephanie and Andy from Bosch Tools. And what we'll do after the break, maybe we can measure a couple things around here.
Yeah, and we can share the app as well.
And there's an app for that?
Yeah. There's an app for everything out there now.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll be back right after this. You're listening to... Volume's too loud, dude.
Great. This is fun. I just like carving.